We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Fraud in cancer research, U.S. strikes at Houthis, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Plagiarism and anti-Semitism aren't the only problems plaguing Harvard. The Dana Farber Cancer Institute, an affiliate of Harvard Medical School and one of the nation's foremost cancer treatment and research facilities, is seeking to retract 6 scientific studies and correct 31 others that were published by the Institute's top researchers, including its CEO, Dr. Lori Gilchmer, and its Chief Operating Officer, Dr. William Hahn. The researchers are accused of manipulating data images. The allegations of faulty data in 58 studies, many of them influential, were compiled by a British molecular biologist, Sholto David. In many cases, Dr. David found images in the papers had been stretched, obscured, or spliced together in a way that suggested deliberate attempts to mislead readers. On January 2nd, David posted a long list of potential data manipulation from Dana-Farber researchers on his Research Integrity blog. We are committed to a culture of accountability and integrity. Therefore, every inquiry is examined fully to ensure the soundness of the scientific literature. Dana-Farber has been swift and decisive in this regard. Dr. Brett Rollins, Dana-Farber's Research Integrity Officer and Chief Science Officer Emeritus, said in a statement. U.S. defense officials said U.S. and U.K. ships and warplanes carry out multiple strikes on Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen on Monday. Multiple locations in Yemen experienced large explosions, which were the result of the airstrikes. A U.S. official said one of the Houthi targets struck by U.S. and British munitions included Al-Dilani Air Base, along with missile launching sites and weapons storage facility for ballistic missiles and drones. This is the second joint U.S.-UK strikes from air and sea since January 11th. The strikes consisted of Tomahawk missiles fired from U.S. warships, as well as F-18 fighter jets from the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower aircraft carrier. Vice Admiral Brad Cooper, head of the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet and the Navy's top Mideast commander, told the Associated Press that Iran is very directly involved in Houthi rebels' attacks from Yemen on ships in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. Cooper stopped short of accusing Iran of directing individual missile and drone attacks, but said the strikes demonstrated clearly that Iran's belligerence was expanding across the region. Houthis have launched at least 34 attacks on ships traversing the important trade route since the October 7th Hamas attack. The Biden administration is failing to properly track foreign ownership of U.S. farmlands and doesn't appear to have a plan to begin tracking that data, according to an investigation by the U.S. Government Accountability Office. According to a GAO report detailing the findings of its investigation, the Department of Agriculture has failed to consistently share timely data on foreign investments in U.S. agricultural land as required under the 1978 Agricultural Foreign Investment Disclosure Act. Further, Pentagon officials told investigators, according to the report, that USDA needs to regularly provide more up-to-date and specific data. Sharing current data could help increase visibility into potential national security risks related to foreign investments in U.S. agricultural land, the GAO report, which was published late Thursday, states. The USDA implements Agricultural Foreign Investment Disclosure Act releases across field offices and headquarters, but its processes to collect, track, and report key information are flawed, according to the report. The Supreme Court ruled 5-4 on Monday that the U.S. Border Patrol could remove concertina wire that Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered installed as part of his broader fight with the federal government over immigration authority on the U.S.-Mexico border. The decision reversed a federal appeals court order for Border Patrol agents to stop removing the wire on a small stretch of the Rio Grande. The ruling was a temporary blow to Abbott and Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, but their underlying lawsuit will continue. This fight is not over, Paxton said. The Biden administration's lawyers argued the appeals court decision turned the Constitution's supremacy clause, giving federal laws precedence over state laws, on its head. The Biden administration has consistently failed to enforce U.S. immigration law on the southern border. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and S&P 500 climbed to fresh record highs on Monday, adding to gains from a Friday rally fueled by surging technology companies. The Dow rose 0.4% to close above 38,000 for the first time. The S&P 500 rose 0.2%, reaching a new high mark after Friday's record close, its first in roughly 2 years. The tech-heavy Nasdaq gained 0.3%. Stocks ended 2023 strong, but retreated at the start of 2024 before rebounding, thanks partly to a strong start to the earnings season and new data showing the economy remains strong as inflation cools. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.